is going on, guys? It is Fender here, and today we are back playing more Fjordur. But before I get into what we're doing in this video, please make sure to leave a like down below. It does help out the channel, and I very much so appreciate it. If you missed last episode, we went ahead and tamed up this very much so wall-eyed little guy on our shoulder here, and he's kind of neat. It was an experience. I'll leave it at that. We got the Fjordhawk. It's awesome. Today, though, we are taking a very large step forward technologically, and I have been kind of letting it slip here and there for actually quite a few episodes now that I plan on breeding bats, and that I have this plan that's kind of set in motion, and I've been thinking about it. Well, the problem with this all-knowing, amazing plan of mine is, there's kind of a few steps we gotta take in order to get there. We can't just start breeding the bats, and I've been thinking even more so on what the best order would be to, like, try and accomplish this, and I think I finally landed on it. So, today, I would like to build a facility where we could breed up stuff in bulk, we can start working on mutations, just someplace where we can do that that's just simply not torches or like a handful of air conditioners, someplace specially designed to go and do that, right? I feel like if you're going for a lot of mutations, it is better to have an area that's kind of set up for that purpose. So we are doing that today. That is the plan. I would rather have a facility ready and good to go instead of having the bats good to go with no facility. So that is my plan, and that is what we are doing. But we are here on the volcano because, listen, we have been slacking, okay? We have been slacking for a little bit now. We are 21? We are 21 episodes into this series, and I have been gathering metal and such by hand to this point, and I am sick of it. So, we are going to be an adult today. We're going to be working on some stuff. When we got the wyvern eggs, I remember seeing this beautiful man right here. So let me see if I can show him off to you. Okay, well, he's a little skittish. There he is. There's a 135 male X-Anki over here. So I remember that he was over here, and more luckily for us, this big, beautiful man is still here. So step one of today's episode is we are grabbing this Anki. We are becoming adults. We are going to not go and farm metal by hand any longer, and we're going to go tame this guy up. So we have actually a whole very lot to do in this episode. So there's probably going to be a couple cuts. First step, we got to get this guy all the way back to our base with Plume. I guess we could have tamed it there on the volcanic island, but I just don't want to have to come back here. So we're going to fly this sucker all the way back to base. We'll start taming it there, and then, yeah, we'll move on to the next thing. So, I guess back to base, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, you guys, so our X-Egg just tamed up, which is great. It didn't take a whole very long time. Let's see. How did you do? I didn't have anything better than rock carrots to feed it, so it probably lost a little bit of a taming effectiveness here. Where is it? Here we go. So what did you end up with? You've got probably, hey, surprisingly, it's got a pretty good health roll, which is honestly not what you want in a farming dino, but at least it didn't get a high oxygen roll, which is seemingly what we get on everything in this series, so I'll take it. And then it's got low weight, which is it's absolutely not what you want in a farming animal, but we'll take it. We will not complain. We at least have an Anki now, so we should be good to go. Oh, no. The turns has absolutely destroyed that Pteranodon. Anyway, so we have a little bit of grinding to do. I have been, in between episodes, grabbing a whole lot of resources, but we're not quite there yet. I feel like we're missing a little bit. Also, we got this ascended egg saddle out of the Aberation cave not too long ago, and now we have a perfect reason to use it, which is awesome. Love it. Love it. But yeah, anyway, so I've been in between episodes working really hard to try and make sure that we can do this project with very little hassle, but we are not 100% of the way there. So I feel like now that we have the ink, we have the Fjordhawk, let's try some things out. Let's do a little bit of testing before we just get straight into the building. So that is kind of what I want to do now. Let me go run over here. I think I put my organic polymer in the fabricator. I did. Perfect. We just grab a couple pieces of that, put our rock carrots away, and then we will go and test out exactly how broken the Fjordhawk is. Do I put my carrots in here? I do. Perfect. Boom. All right. So, do I have the Quetzal on us? I do. Perfect. Actually, we can actually now put the freaking Argent away. Oh my god, you are frustrating to use as heck. Do you have anything on you though, real quick, that we'll need? I'll keep the hide. Let's go ahead and put the Anki away. And, also, before we go ahead and do that, I asked you guys to give me name suggestions for a Fjordhawk. And honestly, I don't know where I would be without you guys, because when it comes to naming things, I feel like every now and then I have a really great name, but more often than not, I suck at it. So I really appreciate you guys. You guys gave me a lot of really great suggestions. And the name I'm going with is pretty cheesy. It's a cheesy one, but I like it. So we're going to name, it's very cheesy. We're going to name him Steven after, obviously, Stephen Hawking, the man, the myth, the legend himself. A very nice nod to, I hope that's how you spell Steven. If not, that's R. Steven. It might be with a V. That's how I'm choosing the name Steven. After Stephen Hawking, just kind of a nod to the man, the myth, the legend himself. And I feel like it'd be really funny to have little Steven on our back all the time. Actually, you know what I'm just now realizing? We have not once looked at his stat. Steven? There we go. We have not looked at his stats one time. Also, oh my God, that was a lot of mutton. Okay, where he is right here. So he actually ended up with 31 health. Here it is, 32 oxygen, 41 weight, which I feel like is pretty good, and 27 melee. Unfortunately, I think the only stat the Fjordhawk might, like, really need is health, right? Does it need anything else? I think it might just be health. Regardless, we've got him now. All is good. All is right in the world. Let's go ahead and let's get this going here. So, yeah, like I said, we do need to do a little bit of mining and grinding here, and usually I try and get it all done before you guys have to watch, but I feel like it's not ARK unless I bring you guys along with at least a little bit of grinding, right? It's just not the same. ARK is a very grindy game at its core. Regardless of what rates you have, it's just, it takes a long time to do stuff, dang it. So, yeah, I feel like every now and then I like to bring you guys with me on, quick little grinding mission. Plus, I really feel like this Fjordhawk is going to be absolutely broken. So let me go over here. Let's fly over to this metal patch right here. This is where I usually come to get all our metal. And let's just see how disgusting this is going to be. So, no, I'm not going to make you guys sit here and wait as I harvest every single rock. Instead, I'm going to... Anki, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and harvest everything that's on this little ridge. And then we're going to test some things out. So, BRBs, guys. All right, you guys, so I've gone ahead and mined essentially this whole ridge. I did leave pretty much all of the obsidian on the hill still, just because we don't really need it. I also threw away a lot of the stone, which I probably shouldn't have done, but this is essentially what we get out of one Anki trip up to this ridge, which is, it's pretty good. Honestly, for metal, that's really good. I'll take that all day. Let's go ahead and pack them away now, and we need to get our little Fjordhawk out. Steven, there he is. I think that's so funny, dude. Let's get Steven on his shoulder here, and this is where I get a little bit more worried about things. Let me grab my whip. Hopefully this all doesn't just fly down the hill here. It might be, which I hope it's not doing. Is it flying down the hill? It totally is going all the way down the freaking hill. Whoops. Let me go ahead and go down here. Let's just check to make sure. I think we lost at least 1 or 2 packages. We don't want, we got to go down here and see. What all do we miss? At least 1. 2, I see 2. At least 2, there might be more. Let me go and grab this one here. That's Flint, perfect. And then what are you? Are you Flint as well? Perfect. Okay, that was actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Let's come back up this way, and hopefully we didn't lose too many more off the side of this cliff. Hopefully it's all just right here, like so. All right, let's grab this. Let's grab our whip and do this. Bow. No, bow. There we go. Now we gotta put the Quetzal away. And this is where it makes me nervous every time. I am not going to ever be used to doing this. I feel like I'm really playing with my own life in my own hands. I mean, very literally, that is what's about to happen. Anyway, so I think if we just eat the organic polymer, our Fjordhawk should pick up all of that crap and fly it back to our base when we respawn, right? Hopefully, respawn at Simple Bed. Let's see. Hopefully this works. I haven't actually tested it out, like, to this extent yet. It looks like it might have worked. So we got young Steven over here, and then is it all in here? Oh my God, it is. Look at that. That is so good. Anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to like test that out with you guys. I'm not gonna force you guys to sit here and do all of this building and stuff with me, but yeah, there you go. I guess that's the very quick, cheesy way to go about and do some farming, man. Fjordhawk might be a little better than I initially thought. I still don't think it's as good as the Sinnoh. The Sinnoh, I think it has a lot more normal use, but I mean, just for farming purposes, that right there might have made our Quetzal totally obsolete. Honestly, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on all of the structures that we need for this little breeding area. And then, yeah, I'll bring you guys back when all that is good to go. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. You know what? We might actually be able to build, let me just see. Can we build the incubator together? We can. All right. So I know a few episodes ago, I was really crazy about how we needed to be level 89. And this little puppy right here is that exact reason. So if you're an ARK veteran and you knew that we had locked this at 89, round of applause. You did a very good job. Look at you. But yeah, this is the whole reason we had to be at level 89. So we could get this made. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm glad I did that with you. Now I'm going to go ahead and start making all the structures I need. And yeah, I'll see you guys back here in like that. All right, guys, we are actually quite a bit of time later. It's taken me a long time to get all this stuff prepared, and I kind of had a little bit of an oopsie that I should probably explain here in a second. But as you've probably noticed, we are no longer on the normal map, and we are actually in the Vanaheim realm. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, I've learned that while it is very convenient to have all of your buildings in one place on the map, it just makes your life really laggy and hard. So it is better to separate all your buildings, especially in like a PvE area. And two, I didn't need an excuse to come over here to Vanaheim to build something. You guys know that I have been jonesing to come over here and build something for a while, and that is why we are here. But I forgot that you can't use flyers besides the Desmodus over here. So getting all the stuff that I built from over there over to here in this location, it took a lot of trips. Let me just say, it took a whole lot of trips, but we've done it. I've done it. It's over here. I've been storing it over here on the Quetzal just because it has a lot of weight on it. So these are kind of the things we are working with here. I am not naive enough to believe that this is all we're going to need. So I went ahead and brought copper and redstone, plus we have the ink if we need it. And yeah, let me just go ahead and show you the little area I have chosen. And Vanaheim is full of actually just beautiful, ridiculous spots. But I have settled on this one for a few reasons. One, it's very easy to find. But two, excuse me, sorry, I had a cough. But two, this little platform right here is actually very easy to defend. It is actually a little island on all sides. There's a cliff on all sides. So nothing should be able to get up and harm our baby dinos. The only way across is from this little land bridge here, which is excellent. And let me show you guys a couple of landmarks here so you can also find the spot if you want. I've actually spent a whole bunch of time in Vanaheim looking at spots, and there's a few different spots that I really absolutely love. But the easiest way to find this place is you find this just fantastic waterfall, and it's literally just over there. You'll find it very easily. But there's also this cave over here that I am absolutely in love with, and I was really like, guys, we almost built up in here in this cave up ahead of us right here. It was really, really close, but I decided, you know, if we're going to take all the effort to come over here and build something in Vanaheim, why are we going to build it in a cave? We should at least admire the beauty of this realm. So at some point, we might come over here and build something in this cave, and wait till I show you guys. This thing is actually fantastic. So obviously, it is very easy to defend, and it is just drop dead gorgeous in here with all the crystals. I love it. Very cool spot. But yeah, so we might come over here and build something. And a funny little note, if this place interests you guys, there's actually a sister cave to this one back in the in Midgard, I guess, in the redwoods. There's a hidden cave that looks just like this one. So if you want to know where that is, let me know down in the comments down below, and I will show you guys where that hidden cave is, because that one's actually pretty cool too. But nonetheless, this is where I've decided to build, and I am really giddy to like have a little outpost over here in Vanaheim. I have been waiting for so long to come over here and build something. It is just, I can't wait. I can't wait to do it. So yeah, those of you who have been around with me for a while know that building with me is a little bit of an experience. I kind of don't know exactly what I want to do, and because of that, there's a lot of trial and error. So we will probably end up doing a couple of cuts here and there as I figure out what I want to build, because I have a very loose interpretation of how I want to go about doing this, which means it's going to take me a lot of time of just playing with it, getting my hands on it, and figuring out how I like things, which is just the way I build. I'm sorry. There's no easy way for me to do it. That's just the way it is. But the first step is actually, we need to clear out all the trees and rocks and shrubs in the area. That way we can actually see what we're working with here. What does the landscape around us look like, so we can actually know how much space we have, how much we don't have. But I'm pretty sure anyway, that I have picked out a relatively flat spot. So really, this really can't go too badly here. So, God, at least I hope so. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do some landscaping. I'm going to mow the lawn. It's going to be great. And then I'll bring you guys back as I get a little bit more in depth on how exactly I want to go about tackling this project. The building itself might be a little ambitious. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get all this done, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alrighty, you guys, so I have gotten done the very first step in this build, I think, hopefully, if things don't change as I keep building here. But check this out. There's actually a whole lot of space up here on this canopy, and this always happens. I always select a much bigger spot than we actually need. But I figure, like, as soon as we do need to, like, mutate and breed up an army of T-Rexes, at least we'll have the space available to do that. So the actual building itself doesn't need to be that big. This is going to be plenty big enough. This might even be a little bit too big, but I think it's going to come out really good, you guys. I've got this image in my head. I've started laying it out kind of. You can kind of see what it's looking like right there. I think it's going to be pretty good. The only spot we got to kind of, figure out how to fortify is probably just put like a gate right here at the edge of this land bridge. But it looks really good. I am so giddy to be like working over here in Vanaheim, you guys. It is so cool. Even the sound effects you get are just absolutely lovely. I love it. I love it over here. It is so pretty and nice, and it's not always freezing all the time. It's really cool over here, and I can't wait to like actually start doing stuff over here. But in preparation for that, I also kind of scattered thatch foundations, kind of not just on our little plateau, as it were. I've kind of scattered them all about the area. So hopefully, I've seen a couple bad things. I've seen a raptor and like a Deodon, and those are the absolute worst things I've seen. But I have seen some spinos and karkinos spawn in that big lake, so we got to be a little bit careful about what's going on. But honestly, I don't think anything should be able to get up here and get to us. But also, we have this little bit of like a little stream here, so getting water all the way up here will be really, really easy. And yeah, the more I sit here and work around in this area and build stuff, the more I'm realizing, like, we actually picked out a really good spot. This is really good. Let me go ahead and show you guys at least the coordinates. So even though there's not an overworld map where I can show you, I can at least give you the coordinates. So there, oh my God, look at that. 0.0 right on the dot, and then 80.4 is where we're at. So I'm like falling in love with this place, man. I like it so much. We might have like a few outposts here at some point, but for now, this is really starting to look good. So I've got a lot more work to do, obviously, here. But just clearing out all that stuff took forever. It took a very long time. Let me just show you guys. Look at all this stuff that we ended up collecting here. We have all the stone. We got all the wood. I've used most of our thatch, but I think we have a little bit in here. Yeah, oh God, just a tiny bit. But also, look how many mushrooms were over here. I didn't realize all these mushrooms were over here in the Vanaheim biome, but they are. So at least now we have a very large assortment of mushrooms. So if it was Minecraft, we might be able to make some soups. I don't know. Anyway, so I have a bunch of building to do, and honestly, we're not very close yet. I have like just the very basic foundation done. So yeah, I've got some work to do here, and yeah, I just gotta get to it. But at least for now, like this, it's a good sign, at least for me, when the image in my head is somewhat matching with like what's going on in the game here. And this little I think this is so good. And at some point, if we need to build a bridge over there, we can. I love it over here, guys. I really do. Anyway, so I'm gonna start working on the next step. I guess maybe I'll get the walls done or so. Yeah, probably the walls, and then I'll bring you guys back in, and we can all enjoy what I build, right? Anyway, so BRBs. All right, so next little update. I've officially put walls in this sucker, and it's really starting to take shape here. So I don't know why, but I've really wanted to make like a structure out of greenhouse materials. So we're kind of doing that here. We're kind of getting this thing done. Also, though, I want to leave it. I recognize. Okay, hold on. I recognize that it's like a weird rectangle shape, and in ARK we try to avoid that. But I really wanted to keep like the middle bit open here, right? we're breeding. So it's really important that we're able to move things in and out about the area with relatively, like, no problem, right? That's kind of, you know, the big deal. So I kind of really like the idea of having this middle bit open. I'm still messing with it, though. I haven't really figured out a design. And what I'm really scared of is the roof. You guys all know I struggle so bad with ARK roofs. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not, oh my God. Okay. Words are coming to me not so easy right now. I'm also not very sure about the height of this building. It might end up a little bit taller than this. I'm not really sure. We don't really have any really tall creatures to be able to judge, but I think maybe one more level, maybe two. We might go up 2 more levels. I don't know. I'll try that and see how it looks. But so far, you guys, I'm actually really happy about this. Like, I recognize it's just a weird rectangle right now, but I still really like it. And honestly, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm sure it's getting, like, we're turning into a repetition thing, but Vanaheim is so cool. I love, like, the atmosphere and just all the little noises. It's so cool being, like, in, like, a lush green area on the map finally after being in the redwoods for so long. It's really cool. So anyway, I'm going to continue to work on this thing. It's really starting to take shape now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try and finish the walls. Maybe I'll start on the ceiling. I don't know. We'll see how much I can get done before another update. But yeah, so far so good. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to give you one more update, and then we will wrap this build up, and I'll kind of start moving in the furniture, and we'll start making it more of a homey place. But check it out. It's definitely coming together here. I'm going to have to go and probably go back to Midgard and make up some more supplies, because we are running out of resources at a rapid rate. It's not this build is turning out to be way bigger than I had initially thought, but it's looking pretty good, isn't it, for our little rectangular building? It's coming together pretty good, and you'd be surprised to know I have quite the grip of how the roof is coming out. I really think it's gonna be pretty decent, you guys, honestly, and I am really digging how the greenhouse glass looks. In comparison to, like, the Vanaheim background of all the greens and stuff, especially at night, all, like, the river and stuff lights up green, luminescent. Everything else is pretty dark. But besides that, like, I don't know. It's really pretty. I'm going to try and get you guys a look at how, a little peek at how it looks at night. But so far, I'm pretty proud of how it's coming together, guys. Honestly, I think I'm doing a good job. But definitely going to have to do a bit more grinding of resources. I was not expecting it to take this long. And I was not expecting to need this much crystals. So, yeah. The unforeseen happenstance of living in a entirely glass house. But I think it's coming out pretty good. We're definitely getting there. We're getting somewhere with it. So, yeah, I think the next update, I'm going to try and work on getting this thing entirely done. Like the whole roof in and everything, because that's essentially all that's left at this point. We got the entrances. We got the walls all done. It's just the roof. And I've got a good bit of ideas of how I want to make this roof look. So it's going to come together. I know it doesn't look like much yet. It looks like it's probably just a big box. But it's definitely coming together. We are getting there. I don't know. I'm loving this build, you guys, really. I'm not... Usually building an ARK is fun, but for some reason I'm having, like, extra fun with this build. And, like, exploring the immediate area. And for some reason, it's like it's like ARK is brand new right now, and I'm loving it. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So, we're going to see how this goes. And then, hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys, I can do this roof. I'm going to put my best foot forward here. Please... pray for me in the roof. All right, here we go. All right, you guys, here it is. I have completed it, and I think it looks pretty good. And as I promised, I try to get you guys a good shot of what this place kind of looks like at night. So I had to wait a little bit, and I think it's going to be worth it. So check it out. Here we are. I think it looks so good, you guys. Don't overpay that death bagel any attention right there. But check this out. Let me show you what it looks like from outside first, before it gets light. And also, this is what I mean. Like, there's like a weird green glowing of the crystals, and it kind of just follows the river. Let me see if I can... I'll fly over this way and show you guys even better. There's, like, even, like, algae in this side of the pot. Look at this. It, like, lights up. Oh, my... I love it so much. It's so cool. It's such a neat little, like, deal here. So, let me just gam up so you guys can actually see a little bit better what's going on. But this is our building. And I really like how it turned out. Like, I think it turned out, like, I was really concerned about the roof. I was really, like, freaking out about it. But I think it's not that bad. With the pillars in the greenhouse glass, I think it really adds a lot to it. And then inside with the light, this is perfect for a breeding area. It's got enough room on either side. I actually have to go back all the way to our old base, and I guess I say old base. All the way back to our base and make up a whole bunch of things, because when I was placing things and we only had the one egg incubator, the symmetry was off and it was just driving me nuts. So I had to like spend a whole lot more time sitting there grinding out even more resources, but it works out. So we got the egg incubators on either side. We have our S plus soul terminal. This is going to be really, really awesome with all the armies that I know we're going to want to build. And I just figured we have a whole lot of like, there we go. Mutations. I just totally spaced on the word so hard. We have a whole lot of mutations coming in our future. We have a whole lot of creatures that we want to deal with. So I just figured like jumping ahead and making us a really good use. I look so weird right there. There we go. That's better. Making us a really good location where we could actually comfortably sit down and get these things done is going to be so worth it in the end, guys. Like, honestly, it's going to be a lot more helpful because stacking like 40 mutations on a creature takes so much time. And just having an area that is well equipped to sit there and do that just makes life so much better. Also, I did a little bit of a checkered pattern up there on the roof, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Let me know. What do you guys feel about the checkered pattern on the roof? I kind of feel like it. I don't know. I like it. I think it's kind of nice. It kind of adds a little something extra. Also, I went up and crafted 2 extra S plus hatcheries, and that took some doing, getting all the eggs. So we had to go run some Deinonychus eggs. It was a whole deal, but I think we are going to be more than equipped to handle some bats now, and I am so stoked. And then on this side, it's not as crazy. It's just got the generator here. I got 4 refrigerators in here just because it just symmetrically it made sense. But mainly that way we can store our eggs and this and that, you know, just in case if we have a bunch of wyvern eggs, we can move them all over here and we can store them until we are ready to hatch them. And then we have the old-fashioned way of the air conditioners on either side. So maybe if we're like hatching something, you know, or I just want to get a little extra, for whatever reason, we are able to go back to the natural way of hatching things. And yeah, you guys, this has been quite the build. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to turn out like this, but I am really stoked about how it came out. Honestly, it looks really good. Oh, also, I put a feeding trough in all 4 of the little corners over here on either side. Just that way we can keep all the babies fed if, you know, as need be. And oh my God, you guys, I think it came out so good. So what do you think? You guys think it came out good? Not good? I don't know. Of course, like, things could be subject to change. So if we do decide that we hate this design, we can always like change it up and fix it. But oh my God, the amount of crystal runs I had to go on just to make the roof, man. Like, oh. It was a lot. It was despicable. The only thing that I wish that I kind of, we might add here at some point is some sort of gate right there, but the odds of like something finding their way across this really narrow bridge and coming over there and hassling us, I think are pretty low. Honestly, I think they're really, really low. I love this so much. The greenhouse glass with like the effect of the normal stuff in the background, like the green during the day, it just looks so good, you guys. So yeah. Definitely comment down below. What do you think of our build? What do you think? Is it going to be practical for us? Is it going to work, you know, the way we want it to? And how does it look? Let me know. You know, if you hate it, let me know anyway. These are all things I need to know. I'm trying here. I'm trying to get better at the whole roof thing. And the roof thing really, it stresses me out so much. But, oh God, it's dark now. Anyway, you guys, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might be a rather short one. It might be a somewhat longer one. I have no idea. I just know that for me, I have been messing around trying to build this thing for so long. So that's probably going to do it. Like I said, we don't really have anything to use in this thing as of right now. We have no reason to, but that's what's coming next, guys. We have to go and get the bats, and I've got a plan upcoming, so that is in the works. We are one enormous step closer to being able to breed things, and whew, it was worth it, man. We definitely got our money's worth out of that Anki today. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm out. Peace.